from the Minneapolis area here in Minnesota, and I'm so excited that it's week 3, entree week, because I'm really excited to use this wonderful product, the Philadelphia Cooking Cream. And I have to tell you, no matter where I go, whether it's to church, to the grocery store at times, to a friend's house, in my neighborhood, wherever I am, people will send me emails or call me, or they'll just pull me aside and say, I want to try the product. Which flavor should I use? Or I've got it in my fridge. What should I make with it? And I always give them a few ideas based on what they have in their fridge or what they want to buy. And I always send them to the RWOP website, and I tell them to check the gallery because they might find recipes that they would have never have thought of that so many others of you have put in there. And so I encourage them to go and look at the website so that they get some idea of what to use their cooking cream for. And I have posted on the site, I know maybe some of you have seen that, of responses that I have gotten, and the things that they've said about it, they've all loved the product. And so I'm really excited today to use the Savory garlic cooking cream, which is one of my favorite flavors, and I'm going to use it to make my savory garlic beef and broccoli turnovers. Perfect for weeknights when you've got a busy schedule. You can pull it out of the freezer or you can make it up fresh and it's ready to go in no time. So I'm going to grab my ingredients and we're going to get started using the Savory garlic cooking cream. We'll see you in a few. Alright, I've got about a tablespoon of olive oil that I put into my pan here. We're going to heat it to medium-high heat, and I've got my onion. So we're going to scoop that in there and just soften this onion a little bit. And the one thing that I love about this recipe as well is that you're sneaking these vegetables, the broccoli in there, into these little turnovers. Now, it's similar to maybe those frozen items you get that are all a big sandwich in a frozen item and you throw it in the microwave, except you are the one that's controlling the ingredients and the flavors, and you get to add the Philadelphia cooking cream in these turnovers so that you're making your very own version of those frozen ones that your kids might normally pull out of the freezer. So we're going to warm this onion up. Just for about 2 to 3 minutes, we're going to saute the onion. Alright, our onion has been sauteed for a couple of minutes. Now I'm going to add 1 pound of ground beef and break it up in my skillet here. And this is good too for those that like the meat. It's a nice hearty meal, but it's not heavy. And that's what I like. So let's brown this meat up. Again, we want it to be browned, and then we're going to drain it. And then we'll go put all the rest of the ingredients in here and get our turnovers put together. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright everyone, I browned and drained my hamburger here. I've got the onions and the hamburger, and what we're going to do now is we are going to toss in our broccoli, and I have them just in little bite-sized pieces. They'll cook down just a little bit, but we don't want them to be too big because we need to be able to fold up the turnovers, so they need to be just the right smaller size. So let's turn this in here. We're going to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes. And they don't have to be fully cooked because they're also going to bake in the oven, and the moisture from the baking in the oven will also tenderize the broccoli. So let's stir this up. I'm going to put a little bit of flour in here just to help kind of thicken the mixture up. And we're going to add I've got some salt and pepper, and I've got some red pepper flakes. Now, you do not have to use the red pepper flakes. We like things just a little bit spicier. So I'm going to toss this in and give it a stir as well. And again, you can use as much or as little of the red pepper flakes to your liking. I've been letting this saute just for a minute or two. We just want to get the broccoli a little tender before we stick it into our turnovers. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add about a half a cup of sour cream here. Dump that in there. And then we're going to use our Philadelphia Savory garlic cooking cream. And I'm so excited because this is going to give it a great creaminess in addition to what we've already got going on in the pan, and it's got an incredible garlic flavor. The garlic flavor in here, for those of you that know me, if you've been around the site, I love my garlic. This has so much garlic flavor, I could sit and eat this with crackers. Let's get this Savory garlic cooking cream in here, and we want to save a couple tablespoons because when we're done baking our turnovers, we're going to use this cream as a garnish as well. So I'm going to leave about 2 to 3 tablespoons in here so that I have enough. Oh, This is going to be delicious in our phyllo dough, and I'll show you the phyllo dough in a minute. So let's cook this up for a couple minutes just so that all the flavors get incorporated, and I'll meet you right back here and we'll put these turnovers together. Can you see how rich and creamy this filling is going to be? It's going to be so delicious in our turnovers that we're making here. All right, everyone, did that close-up of the beef and broccoli filling just leave you with your mouth watering? And I can tell you it smells even better because I can smell the garlic from the savory garlic cooking cream. So what we need to do now is we are going to be working with phyllo dough to make these turnovers. And I'm going to show you what phyllo dough is. It's a very thin sheet of pastry. Okay, they're very delicate, but I've noticed in the last month or two I've been making a lot of apple turnovers. Some girlfriends and I get together and we do some kitchen therapy, like what we call it, and we get together and we make different recipes each month, and we made some apple turnovers, and that's kind of how I came up with this idea. And the gals had never worked with phyllo dough before, so it was really fun for them to get in there and learn how to use this. So what we're going to do is we need to put butter in between each layer. We're going to do 3 layers. Okay, now you can also use butter flavored cooking spray, but I happen to like butter. I think it tastes a lot better with the butter. So we're going to just drizzle some butter on here and spread it out to the edges, and then we'll put another layer of phyllo dough on there. Okay, and then we'll put another layer here. And they do kind of stick a little bit, so you have to be really gentle with them. Butter this layer, and then we'll put a 3rd layer on. All right, okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to cut these in half. We're going to cut them the long way and just kind of separate them a little bit, and then we're going to start filling them. So I'm going to do these, and I'll meet you back in a minute when we need to fill these out. All right, now that you know how to layer the phyllo dough so that you've got the 3 layers, we put butter in between, I'm going to show you how we're going to fill this up. We're going to take a spoonful of our savory garlic beef and broccoli mixture. We're going to kind of tuck it in the corner here. And if you can see here, I cut my strips lengthwise so that I can get a good amount of wrapping on it so they don't pop open. So let's get a little bit more filling in this one. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of like a flag, we're going to kind of crisscross it over. No, one second. Crisscross it over. So I'm taking the corner and I'm going to cover my pastry so I've got a little triangle. Okay? And then I'm going to flip it again, straight up. We're going to tuck it back over, up again, and we're going to cover it so you've got a cute little triangle here. All right, everyone, we made 16 turnovers, so that's about 8 servings. And what we need to do before we pop these in the oven, my oven's all ready to go at 400 degrees, is we just need to brush the top of each one with some butter. And that's just going to give it a nice golden top, nice crispy golden top. So I'm going to brush these, I'm going to get these in the oven, and we'll see you on the other side for the taste test. I am so excited to try these. I know they're delicious. We'll see you in a minute. My savory garlic beef and broccoli turnovers came out of the oven. They're all nice and golden brown, and I drizzled the remaining savory garlic Philadelphia cooking cream on there. So there's just a little bit of icing on there, and then we sprinkled some fresh parsley on there just to give it a little bit of color. And I'm going to take a taste test. I nibbled on it already because I couldn't wait. So here we go. I'm going to taste it for you guys now. That is A1 delicious. It's crispy and crunchy from the phyllo dough. You get that other extra added flavor of the Philadelphia cooking cream that we put on top as our drizzle. But the combination on the inside is so creamy and delicious, and you can taste the broccoli, and it's nice and hearty, so it's good enough for a manly meal, but it's also very delicate and light. And these, I could probably eat 2 of each, and they are incredibly delicious because of the Philadelphia savory garlic cooking cream, which I absolutely love. So, from my heart to yours, have a great evening. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.